I'm Adrienne Hendricks, a professional saddle maker outside of Boise, Idaho. I wanted to share a conversation I had with two of my clients yesterday. It went like this. Hi, I have a wide horse, and when I put my wide saddle on, my horse isn't happy and it feels really unstable. But I'm demoing these saddles and they're narrows, and when I put those on, I feel really stable and my horse goes really well. What do you think? Well, I asked him to send me some pictures, and in the pictures, the narrow saddles sat quite a bit higher above the horse's withers than what I'd like. And then I looked at the sweat patterns. What I noticed was a lot of sweat under the front of the saddle and the back of the saddle, but under where the rider had been sitting, the fur looked like it hadn't even been touched. So what I think was happening is the saddle was being held up off the horse's withers because there was you couldn't see any contact or sweat there, and there was a lot of pressure on the withers and the loin. My concern is in the long run, by using a narrow saddle on a wide horse, is you're going to create some pressure points at the front and the back of the saddle. The whole purpose of the tree or the saddle is to disperse the rider's weight along the entirety of the panel. And if you don't have even contact, you're not dispersing your weight evenly. I think the problem with the wide saddles was that when I looked at how they sat on the horse, they looked pretty good, but I think that wobble was coming from the front of the saddle down the legs of the panel not being flocked enough. And here's an example. See how this saddle, there's a fair amount of flocking under the points of the tree. However, in the legs, they're a little narrow. And on these particular horses, yes, they were wide, but they had narrow withers, which can be deceiving. So what I'm gonna do, actually even on this saddle, is I'm gonna drop the panels, I'm gonna fill down the legs of the panel to support the front of the saddle. So that's gonna stop the saddle from wobbling, and it'll feel more secure for the rider, and it also won't be grinding down in the horse's withers. So we're gonna try that, see how it works, but it's just something I wanna share with you. A lot of times, yes, if you go to a narrow saddle, you might feel more stable, but that's for the wrong reasons. You want to feel stable in a saddle that's making complete and even contact with your horse's back. So call me if you have any questions. I love to chat about saddles, and hope you have a great day.